Good morning, everybody. It is Fabulous Friday featuring Baxter Walker. Now, Baxter, I met you, I think probably about 3 years ago, maybe four, through Joe Navarra. And you've always got great humor. We always have a bit of a banter. However, do you know what, Baxter? Tell everybody what you do, and I especially do love all the things that you're going to explain to us about what you do with your hobbies and things. So otherwise, introduce yourself, Baxter.
Claudia, thank you. And first off, thank you so much just to be meeting with you on here. Appreciate it. Definitely an honor. So, Baxter Walker, I'm by trade and my day job, you would call it, I'm a commercial realtor. So I've been doing that for about a little over 20 years. I work with companies that are relocating, help them lease space, buy property, whatever the case might be. And something I really enjoy, and it's enjoy working with business owners or large businesses, just kind of reach that next level. And that's my day job. But I've always had the opinion that we have our work, we have our job, we have our career, we also have family, and those are responsibilities. They're blessings, but they're responsibilities. They're basically blessings disguised as stress, but they're really blessings, but they are responsibilities nonetheless. So having that third leg of the stool, you would call it, is having a hobby that's basically just yours. It's just mine, and it's where we can really just single focus on whatever that might be, and it helps the brain kind of filter out all the craziness of the other aspects of our life. And so, if you think about that three-legged stool metaphor, if you sit on a three-legged stool, it cannot wobble. It can't wobble. It's impossible. So having that hobby, and for me, is art and drawing, and which I've thoroughly enjoyed ever since I was a kid. My parents really encouraged me to do that, to draw, and I've been doing it ever since I was little. I went to East Carolina as an art major, and so I was able to fine tune my art skill at East Carolina. I ended up with a concentration in environmental design, which is architectural design. So I was able to do floor plans, which actually I'm able to apply that to my day job.
Oh, great.
However, yes, so but having, be able to work in all aspects of art, all materials, through drawing, paint, sculpture, metalwork, all that. I like that because it kind of helped me zero in on what I really like, what I really enjoy doing, and also use those things to help fine tune my total aspect as an artist. And color pencil is just something that I've just always gravitated towards. It's where my interest lies. It's where I feel like I got a tighter skill set for it. And I'm somewhat of a gearhead, not much, but somewhat, with vehicles and cars. So like drawing cars and drawing motorcycles, it's just something I really enjoy doing. And so I really dove into that hard, I would say about 25 years ago, and been able to do quite a bit of that. And so that's what I find when I'm doing my artwork. Usually I can do it for about 2 or 3 hours at any given time in a sitting before I just kind of need to step away from it. But that first 15 or 20 minutes, I can feel my brain is still kind of just going with the busyness of the day or the week or what have you. And then finally I'm focused, and I'm just really 100% focused on what I'm doing. And people for some reason brag about multitasking. I think the real skill set is single tasking, especially these days.
Yeah, I
And
agree. I agree. Focus. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I don't think multitasking really exists. I really think people just single task in 3 second increments. They're
Yeah,
hopping from one
great.
thing to another.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but nevertheless, being able to focus on something for a couple hours, I can tell there's parts of my brain that are just working behind the scenes, that are just working out anything else I've got working on during that week, whether it's job, family, whatever it is, that is just kind of working through and filtering. And while I'm focused on our work, so I'll get done and I'm energized and exhausted all at the same time, just because of the intense focus. But I do notice, as a just going through life, if I'm doing a lot of art, I feel more balanced. If I'm not, it's like cogs in the wheel, just something that's just, it's just I don't know, life doesn't go quite as smoothly if I'm not focused on that.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, and there's other things I do as well. So um, I'm oftentimes off in the woods with my chainsaw, just cutting trees down for some land that we have, and and or I go shooting quite a bit, and both of those hobbies require a lot of focus. So you're safe. So you have to single task at that, and so I notice when doing that again, it's just I feel lighter after doing that. After doing my artwork, I just feel lighter, and it's been very interesting to do that, and I've been trying to kind of push back into doing art more than I have. So that's one thing I've been in 2024. I've been really um, trying to be proactive and purposeful on that.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Uh, so like I enjoy drawing cars because I just like cars. But my truck is going to be one thing I'll be working
Are
on
those
soon.
them behind you on that?
Yeah, and I can grab one, but yeah, those are a few. The guitar's up there too. Don't let that fool you. I don't quite know how to play it yet, but
You look good.
I'm going to take some classes so I can learn. I've always wanted to learn how to play guitar, and so but they look cool hanging up there. So,
They
but
do.
I do
They
want
look very
to,
impressive.
so they look cool. But I don't want to be a poser. I'm going to learn them. So, but yeah, it's and and again, and I think you were a recipient go through a raffle or stuff that won my pieces of art, and so
Yeah.
which was funny because that ended up being just a thing of tomatoes, which was interesting because we were at the beach, and I usually bring my art stuff when we go out of town just in case I feel inspired. And I want to draw something that I had no idea what, and those tomatoes were just happened to be sitting on the counter. I was like, well, I'll do that, and actually I tried a few different techniques because it's a different type of um, uh, trying to think of the right word, but it's a different subject than cars that are metal. It's more kind of life, and it's kind of different. So I
Okay.
try to approach it a little differently. I used a couple different beyond color pencils. I used gesso and some slight white acrylic paint just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. So that's one thing I love doing. And my daughter's getting into artwork as well, and just to be able to see it and just let and watch a. I usually take pictures while I'm doing the drawing, and then I'll have it, and you can see it
Oh,
flat,
nice.
flat,
So you can
flat,
see
and
it
then
in
it all of a sudden
stages
starts.
and see it build up. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I like it.
And then it pops, and I'm
Yeah.
in a more realistic type of artwork. Artwork is very much a subjective. Um,
Well, it is.
yeah,
It's how
yeah,
yeah. My sister, she's an artist, and again, it's like I love it because it's just so real and lifelike. And then there's other people who like really abstract stuff, and then
mhm,
there's some other really weird stuff, and then there's like big. So it's not and that's why there has to be such a variety because we are all so unique in our tastes. You know.
yeah. It's
So
very true.
yeah,
I remember in art class, and it was a painting class, and my professor, I was painting a hawk, and it was going down. It was so the painting was half above water, half below water. There was a fish underwater, so he was going down to just
nice.
get the fish for dinner. And I was painting the talons, but the object. And one thing I love about art school is they force you out of your comfort zone. You may kind of land back in your comfort zone as a professional artist, but they force you out of your comfort zone to learn different things and to really stretch your skills. So he kept telling me, he said, it'd be abstract. He said, because I was painting the talons of the eagle or the hawk very tight, and he said, stop doing that. He said, just make it loose. And it was not something that I got there, but end up, as an artist, I end up landing more on the realistic side and learn different tricks with if it's vehicles, how to make paint look metallic versus flat paint, just little things, little tricks with
Oh,
color pencils that you can do that just make them pop. So, and
oh,
it's
nice.
yeah, it's something that I just thoroughly enjoy doing. It's one of God's blessings that He provided me with, and so I definitely want to do it more to because it's something that I'm blessed with the skill. So
Do you do portraits as
I've done a
well?
few. I've done a few over the years. It's it's not it doesn't come quite as easy for me as doing the other subjects. I have done a few. There's certain tricks you can do to that, like what's challenging with portraits is when you know the individual, your brain kind of wants to draw something that's really not there, or if so you really have to look at something as objective as possible, even if you know the individual. And there's even tricks where you draw the individual upside down. So now it's just shapes. Now it's just shapes and things. So you draw it upside down. Or you use a grid. So you draw on a grid over the photograph you're drawing it from. So you kind of know where things are. The trick in portraits is the eyes. At the end of the day, it's really you got to capture the eyes, but that's where
The soul is.
yeah, exactly. And you recognize people. That's where you kind of get their life from, and also they're just you can tell how their day's going by just looking in their eyes. They don't even have to say a word. You can just see how their day's going. So capturing that, the shape, the color, and everything is what's critical in portrait. So I have done some. It's not what I gravitate towards, but I have done some in the past.
Yeah. So please, honestly, we get one of your favorite ones that you did
Yeah,
on the
sure.
wall. I'd love to see it.
Hang on.
Yeah, exciting.
This is probably one of my favorites and one of my more recent. So it's motorcycles, an India motorcycle that
Wow.
I was actually um, hired to do this for somebody for her husband. It was a gift. So you can see that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Really
yeah,
well.
it's colored pencil.
Beautiful.
So thank you. So it's tricky with this because chrome is in a lot of motorcycles, and so at
Yeah.
the end, chrome is
Shiny.
just chrome is a mirror, right? Is just a mirror. That's all it is. And so, but it has shapes and curves and everything else. So capturing that with pencil, you're not drawing with mirror pencil. So you're drawing with grays and silvers and maybe some blues, some tans to capture the chrome color. And then you get the saddlebags back here, which is a completely different material. They're leather, completely different material
Yeah.
than the metal up here. So capturing that. And this was a blast. This was a blast to do.
So how long did that take you to do?
One thing I don't do, and I probably should, is kind of do a time clock where I can start and stop. If I had
Yeah.
to guess, I mean, all in all, it was about a month of me working on it, off and on, off and off and on. But from start to finish, it was a month. So I would say if I sat down and did it, which I don't like to do because I need to step back from it and need to come back to it. It's probably about 10 hours if I had to say probably about a 10
Okay.
hour start
Yeah.
to finish.
Yeah.
Let
That's
me show
amazing.
another one. Yeah, let me show you another one. I'll tell you about the metallic part.
Yeah. This is fun.
Yeah, me too. So um, this is a 350Z Nissan
And
that
that's pencil.
yes, ma'am. And so I actually did this for one of the Nissan dealerships. And they hung it up in their dealership back when they were
Wow.
selling this model. And so this is an example I was talking about with metallic paint, because metallic paint has a different sheen if you were to go out and look in the car
Uh-huh.
than if something's flat and it doesn't have the metal flake. So kind of the trick I use to capture that where it looks metallic is
Yeah.
I'll use this color blue, which is really the true blue of the vehicle. But then when it hits where the light starts to hit it, I'll use a little bit more of an intense blue color, just where it's doing this switch here. And it makes
Oh,
so if it really just went to this color blue to the white and then kind of shades of that same blue, it will look more
yeah.
flat. But with this
Baxter,
being a
you are
more
so talented.
Oh,
You are
well, no,
so
thank you.
talented. That's
Thank you.
wonderful.
And I'm blessed. So yeah, I mean, it's, again, it's a lot of fun, um, thank to my parents for getting me to college and, helping me, perfect or at least advance that skill. And
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep it up ever since.
Yeah, and good for you for doing that instead of letting it slide, because it is, I believe it is, it's a gift.
And
So,
at the end of the
yeah,
day, Claudia, we all have another gift. We all have it.
yeah.
Sometimes we have to dig a little more for it to find it, but we all have them and we just got to use them.
Well, you're quite clearly enjoying your gift and you're working at it because it's like as you say, it's you got to do it and you consistently do it. So and you keep on improving and so great. I love it. I love it. What else do you do?
That, between with doing that, I try to, my job requires a lot of work, and it's, it's not the easiest job, and it can have its stressful days, but I'm blessed with it. But between doing that and it's family and friends.
Oh
It's
no, I know you're a thespian, aren't you? You
yeah, I love
you
yeah,
act.
yeah. So yeah, I love spending time with family, and my daughter's a blessing. She's a little
Yeah.
spitfire.
But I
Yeah.
mean, you've done acting in at Kerry
Oh,
Theatre.
oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So I have done that a few times. Yeah, thank you. I have done that a few times, and uh, um, Catherine Lofton, she's in Cary, and she's been nice enough to hire me for a few things that she's done. And it's like one thing was in downtown Cary. This was the end of last year, and where I was able to portray the founder of Cary, which is where I grew up. Which his name is Frank Page, and so it was outdoor scenes. It was a trolley tour and outdoor scenes in downtown Cary, which creates its own dynamic because downtown Cary, just like many of the downtowns around here, is very alive in the evenings. I like the way it used to be, but it's very alive in the evening. So there's people walking all over the place. So to get random people just kind of walking by when we're doing these different acting spots,
Right.
and one of the funnier things is there was a casket that was part of these scenes. This was October, so it was that type of, it was all true stories, but it was that type of um, mood we were trying to get out there with how we were doing it. And so I built the coffin. So each time we did it, because there was really not a place to put it, I had to put it in the back of my truck and take it to downtown Cary. So it's sticking out of the back of my truck. And so I'm driving through downtown Cary with a coffin sticking out of the back of my truck. And I tell you, it was worth it all for that, because it's just the looks I would get. But
Have you still got it?
well, I let Catherine have it. I said, Catherine, this is yours. I think she put some throw pillows on it or something, and she's using it. But yeah, my wife said that needs to get out of our house. That need to be in our garage
I'm not
anymore.
surprised. Well, it's good for a Halloween prop.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, and things like that are just a lot of fun, and then working with the other actors, and just feeding off of their energy, and just
Yeah.
it was some really talented, some professionals, some amateurs like me, but just a lot of talent and a lot of because I took a couple acting classes when I was in East Carolina, and so I was surprised how much I remembered from doing those. But it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoy doing that. So I do those things periodically.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, it's been lovely getting to know you better, Baxter, and finding out how that, because that's how you de-stress, basically, isn't it? Is by focusing on something that you love to do. And I think there's a message in this for everybody here, is that find your thing that you like to do. And if you do it consistently and in small increments, you will get better at it no matter what, by the nature of it. However, it's enjoying, and you don't just have to wait to enjoy the end product. Enjoy your journey of getting there, and whatever that is for you, because everybody's thing that they're going to be doing is different. It could be somebody crocheting or knitting something, or as I say, there's all sorts of different things. So yeah, no, thank you for sharing, because as I say,
My pleasure, my honor. I love
yeah,
talking about artwork.
yeah. Well, good. It was easy for you then. So that's wonderful. So everybody have a wonderful day. And it's goodbye from me, Claudia Ricard, and it's goodbye from Baxter Walker. There we go. So take care, everybody. Have a good
Thank you.
day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing. All right. Bye.